Hello friends, welcome to this new tutorial. Today I have here this iPhone 12 and the problem on it is the charging port. So when I plug it in charge, like this, it doesn't show anything here. It's not charging. So in this video I will show you how to replace the charging port on this iPhone 12. And I believe that the same way to replace it on the iPhone 12 Pro and the iPhone 12 Pro Max and even the iPhone 12 mini. It may be the same thing but with very minor differences. Alright, so to change the charging port on this phone we will need some tools. The first thing we will need is a charging port. I have this charging port, I pulled it from another device. Then we will need a pentalobe screwdriver. We will need a tri-point screwdriver, a Phillips screwdriver, a double screwdriver. This opens the double screws. I will show you when we get there. If you don't have this double screw driver, you can use a flathead screwdriver. It will work, but it's not gonna be exactly the same like this. A flathead screwdriver, a tweezers, an IC semi, and a pen, stylo, and a book. Why we need this book? We need to organize our work. Alright, so let's put these tools aside. Then here we need to organize the work that we are doing, because the screws for the iPhone 12, they are like mini in different sizes and shapes, and so you need to be, they are exactly like this. Let me show you a picture of what you're gonna be going through. So this is an iPhone charging port pieces. So to organize this mess you need to have a book, I mean notebook where you can write and make things. Okay, so the first thing we're gonna do, we're gonna put this, we're gonna draw the phone here. All right, so this is the phone, right? And we're gonna just make this, the camera is right here. All right, so now we can start. All right, so the first thing we're gonna do, we need to open the two screws here in the bottom, and we will use the pentalobe screwdriver. Make sure don't strip these screws. Make sure when you open them correctly. All right, so once I open these two screws, I need to put them somewhere where I can remember from where I took them off, right? All right, so here in this book I have here the two screws. I have this and this. All right, so I'm just gonna put these two right here. All right, then I will use the IC semi, and they will go here underneath the screen, between the frame and the screen. Make sure don't damage the screen. Let me turn off this phone first. So now I will, to turn off this phone, you just need to push the volume up, volume down, then hold this button here until it shows you the button to slide. So now I will use this IC semi, and they will insert it here between the frame and the glass. You see the frame and the glass. You just like this, then you pray up gently. Don't use the force. Some people may use a suction cup, but I'm just gonna use this IC semi, and I will be very careful. Hopefully I don't break the screen. Oops, I break the screen, god damn it. All right, so I'm just gonna, I have another screen, fortunately I have another screen, and I sometimes things happen, but let's do it. So now I'm just gonna like do the same thing. I will just keep going until I release the screen from here. I suppose not to wiggle too much. All right, so I'm just, once I open this one like this, I'm just gonna keep working around it like this until I release the screen from this side. I think using the suction cup will help better than using just the IC semi. I opened this phone many times and then this never happened to me. but finally it happens live. All right, so I release the screen until I release this part and this part from here, and usually on the other phones the screen opens this way, but this one will open this way. So what I'm gonna do, I will just open it gently, move it until I release. Make sure the screen doesn't fly, because if it flies you're gonna cut off some cables here and you will have a problem. All right, so you have this cable, you have this cable here. Okay, so now I will use this tri-point screwdriver, and they will open this bracket here. It has 4 screws. The screws are very are different, so you need to make sure. So this bracket, I will just put the screws here on the top, and they will remember them, because they don't have space inside this phone, you know. I'm just gonna put this one here. This one here, and then make sure don't move this book, because if I move it I may lost the screws order. So this is another screw. Then this bracket here, you lift it up like this. It has like a hook here, it's holding here, so you just need to lift it up all the way this way. Then I will put this bracket next to its screws. Then I will disconnect this cable. This is the first cable, and I have 2 more cables here. I need to open these 2 screws here. Then I will take this bracket and I will put it here next to its screws. Then I will disconnect this cable here. It got disconnected by itself. Then I have another cable here. Okay, so now I will put the screen aside because I don't need it, and all the work will be done here. So now I need to make sure that I disconnect the battery cable before I continue. I'm supposed to disconnect the battery cable first. This is the battery cable, and I need to get this cable out from here and bend it, because it's gonna interrupt when I'm working on the motherboard. Alright, so here I need to use the Phillips screwdriver to remove this screw which is holding the motherboard. So this is the first one, and I will put it right here in this corner. Then I will just make a corner like this. Okay, then I have small bracket that it has 2 screws, so I have one here and one will go here. So this is the first screw, then this is the second screw. Alright, so I will take this bracket and I will put it here. Okay, so now I will remove the SIM card reader. First I need to take the SIM card out from here. This is the SIM card. It's exactly right here, right? But I will put it just outside. Then I have here some screws, 1, 2, 3. So I will open this. This is the first one. So the SIM card, I need to draw something here to make sure that. Then we have this, and it has 2 screws. I will put this one here. Just find a way how to organize your work. We have a lot of screws here. Alright, so now after I remove that, I have underneath these 2 screws, I have the double screws. So I will use this screwdriver to open the double screws. So this is the double screw. This screw has a screw which is on top of it. So that's why we are using this weird screwdriver. So here this will go to this corner. Then now I can remove the SIM card, but before I remove the SIM card I need to disconnect this cable right here. I'm just gonna use my nail and that's it. So I will put this bracket outside here, and I know that it will go here. Then from here I have another double screw. For the double screw I always use this one, but I will show you in case you don't have it. You can use the flathead screwdriver. Okay, this double screw will go here. Alright, so here this will be, let's say, you can make the numbers, you know. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we have this one 6, and this is a 7. Alright, so now what I'm gonna do, I will disconnect just the cable for the charging port. I'm just gonna disconnect this one from here, and we have another cable here. I will disconnect it as well. Then I will continue. So then here I have 1, 2 screws. So this is one, and these screws, they're not gonna fit inside, so I'm just gonna make a place for them here outside. 1, 2, and I will just make this part here. It doesn't have to be exactly. Then I will lift up this. No, I still have another screw underneath here. So what I'm gonna do, I will just keep going, and they will open this bracket here, and this screw and this screw here. Those are Phillips. So if there is a Phillips screw, you need to open it with the Phillips screwdriver. So this one will go here, as you see. And then I have this one right here. Let me see if I can take this out from here. No, I still have one more screw here. Then I can remove this bracket. So this bracket, I will just put it here, and I can draw this. It has a screw here, and screw. This is the other one. All right. So now I will open this double screw. I'm gonna use this flathead screwdriver to show you how to open the double screw. Just put it like this and try to stick it on the gap there, or the channel. Then you can remove it. It's right here. So this screw will go somewhere here. So then I can remove this one, but before I remove the Taptic engine, I need to disconnect this cable from here. Then I will put this one right here. Okay, so this is the first phase, and the second phase we have here. We need to remove this bracket, tri-point screwdriver. I'm just gonna put it here outside. Don't mix the screws because they are different. Alright, so this bracket, I'm just gonna lift it up gently until I release it. it has it looks like it's glued down to some other component here underneath. It has like small square inside here which is holding, so I need to push it back a little bit. Alright, I got it. So this bracket was supposed to be like this here. Alright, so now we have a couple double screws. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. So I will start with this. These are double screws. So these double screws, I'm just gonna put them somewhere here to remember them. So this is the bottom part, and they have 2 here in the charging port and 1 next to them. Alright, so I remove the 3 screws. Then I have more little screws. So these little screws, I'm just gonna take, they are all here on the sides. So I'm gonna start with this one here. This is a Phillips. So I will just find a way how to put them somewhere here. So here, suppose this is the back of the phone, right? I'm gonna put them here. This is one. They have, this is tri-point. No, this is Phillips. Then I have tri-point. So this Phillips is a little bit up, and this one is a little bit down. Alright, I have 2 more here. This is tri-point. And this is another one here. Some of them are not magnetized, that's why they don't stick on the screwdriver. Alright, so now I have 2 more here in this frame. Phillips. Alright, so I think I already removed all the screws. So now what I need to do, I need just to release the charging port from here. So what I'm gonna do, I will use these tweezers and I will just try to go underneath and lift it up from here. Make sure don't damage the cable. As you see, I'm just like going underneath the cable gently until I release it. Then I have to remove this one. Just pushing out. As you see, it's a little bit hard. Then I need to release this. And I need to go underneath the cable from here. Release. For this part which is underneath the motherboard, you're just gonna, because the motherboard can be lifted up now here. so you can pull it out, you know. That's why we move this cable here, because it will be on the way. So now we can just like pull this gently until we release it. We have here the microphone. We need to remove this microphone. Then we have here small little other parts. Just gonna pull them gently, and here you go, I released it. So then what I'm gonna do now, I will just put the new charging port here. This is the new charging port. I'm just gonna put it here the same way I take the other one out from here. Here you see this orange thing, there is a cable. So this cable here, this part of the cable will go underneath this orange thing. Do not get confused. Alright, this is when you are using a part which is already removed from different device, but in case you are buying a new part, you need to bend the cables and make sure you bend the cables right, you know. Some of them, they are folded. You just need to pay attention to the details and do it exactly how it's on the old cable. So I connect this cable here, then I need to connect this one here too. Then I will start putting the screws now. So I will start from last. So the last thing I finish with, it was this screws here on the sides. So I will just use the same, I will just reverse my work. I just magnetize this screw a little bit because I see that these screws are not magnetized. So this is the first cable, I mean the first screw. Then I have here this one in the corner. I was putting numbers, but now I just put the screws back without watching the numbers. So I put this screw here, it doesn't fit. So what I'm gonna do, I will just move it to the next spot because it looks like that's not the right spot. You see here the screw, it's next, not the one on the edge here, the one next to it. Alright, so let me go now to this screw here. This is Phillips. The Phillips screw, it has like it has the plus sign, but the other screw, they have like Mercedes logo sign. I mean the tri-point screwdriver. Alright, so I put these two screws back here. So then I will put these two screws here that are holding the charging port. So that's why I need to reverse, because sometimes if you put the screws without organizing them, something may be on the way and you're not gonna be able to put, for example, if I put the vibrator here, I'm not gonna be able to reach out to this corner here to put the screw there. Alright, so now I'm gonna move to this part here. So I will take this little bracket and I will put it on top of this thing here. This is not the way how it's supposed to. because it has this hook here. This is supposed to be this way. So I will put this square thing inside here first. Yeah, too many details with this iPhone 12. Okay, so I remember that I have to put the double screws first, because this was we take this double screws first, so I need to put them back. This is one, then this is two, that's why you need to mark and put numbers on the steps and which screw gonna go next. Then I have this one, the double screws. Do not forget any step, you know. Alright, so now I will put this bracket here. And this bracket already have two screws. So it has one, they are tri-point, I think. So this is one. And this one is Phillips. Okay, so now we're gonna move to the next step. Okay, it will be this. No, it will be, I don't remember, so it will be this or this, I'm not sure, but I will go with this. No, it will be the vibrator, so this will be the next step for you. If you put the numbers, it will be easy for you to figure it out, you know. So I will put this one first, then I will connect this cable here. See this cable right here need to be connected. Then we have this screw needs to be right here. No, you see, I'm confused now. I'll figure it out now. Give me just 1 second. So I have this screw supposed to be right here. Okay, then this screw is supposed to be here, but it will be after this. And I think there is a double screw that's supposed to go there. I will just make sure. Yes, a double screw is supposed to go there. It's right here. Just because I forgot to label, put the numbers in every step, I get confused, but I can figure it out because I have good experience in this. For you, definitely you need to label the things, you know. Alright, I see that I have a screw here. This screw needs to be taken out from here. Then we will put this. Then the screw will go here. and we have this screw here. Then this one will go here. All right, so then we have this screw supposed to be right here. And then this screw is supposed to go here. Okay, then we're gonna put this bracket back here. I mean, this is the same reader, seam reader. I see that we have a double screw that must be going here. It's right here. This is the double screw, because when I see that there is a space between the screw and there is like something on top of it, that means this will go in between. That's how I realized that there will be a double screw there. Alright, so I need to connect this cable. I didn't connect it. I thought it's connected, but it's not. Okay, it's connected now. Then I will take this bracket out from here and I will put it right here. And then I think we have another double screw. Yes, we have another double screw here. This is a double screw. Right here on top of the SIM card tray. Then I put this bracket right here and the screws. I see that I have only one screw. So I will put one, then I will figure out where is the other one. Okay, I think this is the one. This is not the one, but it may be the one. Because I think I switch it with another screw. It fits perfectly there. Alright, so now I will put this battery cable inside and I will connect the SIM card tray cable right here. This is the SIM card tray cable. And then we're gonna put this bracket back here. I feel like something is missing, but I think no. I think everything is good. So I have this screw right here. And this screw right here. Then the last screw on the motherboard is this one. Okay, as you see, I put everything back as it's supposed to be. Alright, so now what I'm gonna do, I will put the screen. So the screen has, oh yeah, this screen is not gonna work for me because it's already broken, so I will use different screen. If you are using different screen, you need to remove this little part from here and transfer it to the new screen. So I will take this out from here Yeah, when you made a mistake, you need to pay for it. Screen is expensive, by the way, but it is what it is. So now once I remove all the 4 screws, 1 2 3 4, I'm just gonna lift up this, and I will use this tweezer, and I will go underneath this proximity sensor. I will lift it up gently until I get it out from here. And we have this cable here. I need to make sure I don't damage the cable. I have another thing here. This is a microphone here. Okay, I release this. Alright, this is the broken screen, so I put this little piece here. Then I will remove the other. Other has 2 double screws, 2 tri-point screws, and this is another one. Then I have 2 more screws right here. And I will open this in case you don't see it in the beginning. Then I will use this tweezers, and they will go exactly underneath the proximity sensor. Lift it up. Then I will remove this cable from here. And then I will just grab the cable, and we have the microphone, it's glued here. I'm just gonna go underneath and lift it up. I can go from this way. Alright, I got it. So this one will go with the broken screen, and this will come here, to not get confused. Alright, so now I'm gonna put the screws. This is 1, and this is 2. And I have 2 more Phillips screws. This is 1, and this is 2. Alright, so now I'm gonna connect the screen here. I will start with this bottom part. Make sure the cables are matching perfectly before you put any force on them. As you see, I left the battery cable as the last cable that I'm gonna connect here. Then I will connect this top cable here. And now I will use this bracket. I will connect the battery now. Then I will put this bracket on top. Make sure that the cables are well connected and are matching with their connection. Then I have this tri-point screw. and they have another one right here. Alright, so now I'm gonna put this bracket. This bracket has a small hook here. It will go this way here first, then I will let it sit flat here. And it has 4 screws. Every screw must go back to its original spot. And now I will put the SIM card back, and I will, before I snap the screen here, I will test, make sure it's charging. So I will plug it in charge, wait a little bit. Okay, we see the Apple logo now. When you see the Apple logo, that means it's charging. It takes some time to turn on, maybe 1 minute. Alright, so it's charging. So I'm gonna disconnect the cable, then I will reconnect it again. As you see, 44 charged. One more time, 44% charged. That means it's working perfect. Alright, so now I'm just gonna put the top part first like this. Make sure there is no gap here, then hold it tight like this and snap the bottom part down like this. Then we have 2 more screws right here, last screws, and we're gonna use the pentalobe screwdriver to tie them up here. Alright, and that's it. Alright guys, so as you see, that's how to replace the charging port on an iPhone 12, 12 Pro and 12 Pro Max. If you find this video helpful, please hit the thumbs up, share the video with friends, and if you think that you are not gonna be able to do it by yourself, just give it to a specialist. Alright guys, thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Peace.